Hello, everybody. Hopefully, I am on Twitch, which would be good because that's where we're streaming today. So, hopefully, this is working. I would hope it was working. So, let's hope that that is what is happening. I can't tell because my Twitch app is showing nothing. So let me just check on something real quick. Rob, how do I do the app thing? Shit. The Twitch app thing! That's that thing! You know, the thing where I'm supposed to be there it is. No, shit, how do I... No, shit, fuck, shit. Okay, there we go. Okay. No, I have the Twitch app loaded. That's not the problem. That was not the problem was. You know what? I'm just gonna turn off Discord and ignore you. Because that's not what the problem was. The problem was this video wasn't showing up, and thus not the chat, but I have both now. So there it is. Yeah. Like, I'm not... Well, cause like, shut up! That's not what the problem was! Maybe I didn't need your help! No, I did. I did need your help, so, thank you for that. Okay, so, Mass Effect, I hope you all are enjoying the classical music. We're gonna... This is, from... Come on, brain. Please let this be right. Tartini? Is it Tartini? It is Tartini! Yay! Giuseppe Tartini, who, it's the Devil's Trill Sonata, which I love, because any music about the devil is apparently my jam. So, and, today we're going to be drawing some Mass Effect aliens, because, I've been playing Andromeda, which is not a big surprise to anybody, really. Let's be honest. So, yeah. Alright, so, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the Mass Effect. I hope everybody is ready for some male alien pinup art, because that's what's happening. Alright, ready? And, there we go. Mirror image of death, and back to the art. Yay! I don't know why it's been doing this lately. I don't want this huge thing on the side of my screen. Go away. Go back into your friggin' little thing. There. Yeah, that's where you belong. Stay there. Alright. So this is one of those occasions where, because they don't give you, like... Yeah, shut up. I was playing a Mass Effect game. Aren't you shocked to lose burnout proportions? So, anyway... this is one of the occasions where, a design that I originally came up with, because, the aliens don't get much of a design besides their, like, neck, head down, and they're, like, basically, other than, like, basic architecture of the body, you can't really tell what they look like. Because, hey, it's Amafu! Am I Faye? I don't know. I'm not even gonna bother to try today. I'm a little hyped up. I've had a lot of tea. Reaction gifts. Shut up. I'm not even gonna click on it. So, anyway, the Batarians in the game, like, you see their hands and their face and then, like, their neck area, and you can tell, like, their body shape, but you... Like, underneath the clothes, you're not really sure what they look like, and I have not found any concept art A cat bug. Yes, hi cat bug. I haven't really found any concept art that gives me a good idea of what they look beneath the clothing, because most of the concept art is of their face. So, and I didn't really go into a lot of detail in the art books that I have. So, I basically came up with my own design for them, which is also what I've done for Quarians when I draw them. Although Quarians, I must admit, are kind of, like, prettier. I don't really want to say that, but they are. So when I draw Batarians, I tend to, like, make shit up as I go. But this time around, I kind of messed up because it was, like, late at night, and I was pissed when I was doing it, which is never a good place for me to be when I do art, because then I just... I don't know. Things get off the rails real fast. And not in a good way. It's like... I basically make snap decisions and then stick with... Yes! Quarians! You missed... you know what? I'll just show you.
It's 60 members.
Open. Recent. And... Oh, because I moved it. So, open. This is what happens when you move files. When I'm all organized. Everything goes crazy. Tazra. Finished works. This one. Open. Yeah, I finished this one. This is Tazra. She's a Quarian. So, and I tried to give her as much boobage as possible, but maybe it's because, I don't know, I have them, I tend to draw them to realistic proportions. Okay, I don't know. Okay, good, you like it. Good. I was not sure what that thing above is supposed to be. It's just like a bunch of Power Ranger symbols and a couple of, I want to see D20s. Anyway, so, and this is a part of a series that I've been doing for these RP characters on Tumblr. So this is Tazra, who is a Quarian Marine. Mass Effect Rebels 2 Arglist. Okay. And I like her, she's cool. But, so I finished this one. Oh god, yesterday. No, not yesterday. When was I supposed to stream? Thursday. I finished it Thursday. And I was really pissed. Which, I can't, like, do good lines when I'm mad. I only really do, like, basically, like, basic stuff. So I'm gonna have to go back and redefine some of the design that I've already done, so you guys get to see how I change that without altering the entire sketch. Because there's parts of this that I do like. Like, I like that he's, really buff, and, like, he's that kind of buff where it's, like, when he slouches, it's almost like pudgy. Even though he's not, he's just, like, pure muscle. But, yeah, I like that, because this is the type of character he is. And I want to change, the bottom of the apron, because I don't want it to flare out so much, even though the one that I was basing it on, like, basically is almost like a skirt, because it flares out so much. But I didn't want it to be that much, so I'm gonna, like, trim it down. And then I'm gonna draw pants! So, he'll be wearing pants. And I'm also gonna put him in, like, a sleeveless shirt, because when I'm doing male pinups, that's, like, my favorite thing to do. Because then I don't have to, like, draw quite as much of the architecture. I may leave him shirtless depending on the changes I make right now. So, and I'm also going to change some of the architecture of the form that I've already done, like the hand stuff, because I really don't like that. It's awkward and just wrong. It's wrong. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that right now. All right. So here we go with the grease tool. No, not that much. Jesus. There we go. That's better. I don't want to get rid of the whole sketch, I just want to get rid of some of the designs that I put down that I don't like because they don't look good. Like, when I draw aliens, I still want them to look good. And, basically this set I'm doing is kind of like, it's a little inspired by, Guardians of the Galaxy. The first movie when they're doing that lineup. And you get to see, like, those holographic, like, info stuff on them. I really like that, and I thought that was a really cool, like, idea. So I wanted to do that with some of the original characters from Mass Effect that I've come up with over the years. So I was gonna do that. Yeah. And basically, what I've decided for my design for the Batarians is the top of their hands are like one color and one texture, and then the bottom part of their hands are a different color and a different texture. Just because you have like these weird alternate textures and stuff when it comes to the Batarians, so I wanted to show that in my design. Well, it's not really like my design. It's like, you know, my take on what's underneath a Batarian shirt, I guess. Because you know, like, literally, like, the designs that you can see, it cuts off, like, right here, and you never really get a good look at their friggin' hands, because all of them wear gloves, or, like, the shot never lasts long in their hands, and I can't find any good, like, screenshots, so, yeah. So, that's what I'm doing right here, is I'm going in and changing some of the architecture of the hands, and this is like what I do for the more human looking aliens that I've got. Like, I can't do the same thing for Turians, because Turians have a lot of stuff that's different from humans. Like, they got those backward facing legs and junk, so I can't do the same things for them that I could do for, like, say, Batarians or Asari or Quarians, which is like draw a human form and then like make some alterations to it so that it looks more alien. I can't really do that with Turians. I can use like a basic human pose. Then I have to go in and like change the whole architecture of it, because like Turians are basically, well, here I'll show you, because like, file, menu. Okay. So when you have like Turians, it's like, here's the head, and the big old barrel chested, and that's the shoulders, and there's the arm, and I get the spikes coming off the arm like that, and I got right there 3 fingers, and their hips, like that. So it kind of creates these like bow legs that come out like that. So, like, you can do like a basic human pose, but then you gotta change like the whole orchestration from like basically in the head and in the chest. Just gotta get this like build up cowl thing, and their face is all different. So like the whole architecture is different. It's like humans, you got like and so like, but that's the basic human shape, and it's completely different from like basic Turian shape. So you have to go in and actually like change shit. And for Quarians and Asari and Batarians, like, you don't have to, or even like Drell, you don't have to go in and change much about like the basic architecture, because you can draw like a head and arms and shoulders and all that. Like for Quarians, you just have to change everything from the waist down and the hands. And for Asari and Batarians, all I gotta change is like the head stuff, and it's the same for Drell. So like, those are a lot easier, but do not save. But Turians are a lot harder. And so are Krogan. Like, I have the toughest time drawing Krogan, because they're just so big and bulky, and everything is different. Alright, let's see. The day of the mighty Thor? Oh, Thursday. Because that's Thor's day. Haha. Batarians. The Mickey Mouses of Mass Effect, always wearing gloves. I mean, yes, but, I mean, it's the same with pretty much all of them except for the Asari, because the Asari are basically, here's a woman, slap a tentacle head on her, and paint her blue. And that's how you get the Asari. Which makes them kind of easy to draw, but like, design-wise, it's not that difficult. It's just like, you get to some of the other aliens and they're like, let's bullshit as much of their design as possible. Blue humans with tentacles. Or so it would seem. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's like, probably some other anatomy stuff, like when you get down to like the basic science of it, that's like different about them, because they are aliens, and they're monogendered, which means, you know, they can reproduce without males and stuff. Which, like, in my head, that means they're more lizard-like than Turians are, because, like, one of the, there's no, like, mammal species on Earth that can do that. You know, there's only, like, what, a couple species of fish and, like, a few species of lizard, and, like, my favorite species that can do that is the lizard species. So I tend to be like, sorry, you're like lizards. I mean, they're scaly, so it kind of makes sense in my head, anyway. So, yeah. I mean, I came up with some weird friggin' headcanons for, like, the basic biology of the, like, the biology that they don't talk about in the codexes, because, like, you already get, like, some of the biology out of the codexes, but it's, like, it's never enough. Like, it doesn't explain some stuff, like, well, sure, the Asari give birth, but, like, then what about breastfeeding? Do they breastfeed? I mean, would they need to? How long is their gestation period? I want to know! These things are important to me! Like, how long do I expect my Asari girlfriend to be pregnant? That's important to me! Like, from a writing standpoint, I just really want to know. And, like, it's the same with, like, what about their digestive systems? Like, what is it? Morden actually sings this song about how children of Asari and Vorcha are allergic to dairy. So it's like, well, which parent do they get that from? Are there Asari nipples? Are they vestigial? Are Asari therapsids? So they emit a poison from their tentacles? They do not, but apparently, Hanar do. Like, Hanar really are freaking jellyfish. But apparently Asari can move the tentacle things on their head, according to a conversation between Liara, Shepard, and Joker in ME3. But it's, like, semi-malleable, and it's not, like, super movable. And, they're, like, not poisonous. Like, they don't have venom. The only ones that do are the Hanar. Vorcha can eat all the garbage, cannot eat a blizzard. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Like, do they get it from the Vorcha, or do they get it from Asari? And I feel like it would make more sense if they got it from the Vorcha parents, just because, I mean, the Vorcha are freaking weird and creepy and spiky and crap, and I don't want to see, like, a baby nursing from a Vorcha, because they look like they're covered in spikes, and that would just be painful for all parties involved. Asari moving their tentacles are like humans wiggling their ears. I mean, yeah? I think that's what they were kind of, like, saying it was like. I was also thinking, like, it might be, like, okay, you know how, like, oh, what was I doing? Okay, so you know how, like, your toes aren't, as, like, dexterous as, like, your hands, but, they can still kind of, like, grab stuff? They proof the baby from ruining their, oh no, wait. Maybe Vorcha baby proofing includes spike cords. And so the baby just got an Old Spice commercial before this. It was a dude showering from a tree. Yes, also. Okay. Fun times. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Okay. No, stop doing that. Okay. Got that. And that's still good. Alright, and we're just gonna, like, that for the pants. Alright. Good. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now I can go up here. And we're gonna make this one blue and lower the opacity. And I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna take my pen tool and we're gonna ink this sucker. Which is like kind of the final line process. Oh, okay, so the violin solo is from Tartini. I'm pretty sure this is still the Devil's Trill Sonata. I could be wrong. So the Devil's Trill Sonata in total is only like 15 minutes long, but there's like several variations on it. So I have like I have the 3 different variations of how it can be played, and then I also have like a redubbed version done by Vanessa May where she does it in double speed, which is ridiculous because the song itself is already super hard to play. It's like one of the most difficult violin solo pieces you can ever learn. It's really difficult. Like, when Tartini says, like, that, the devil came to him in the night and asked him to teach him the violin, and then this was the bit that he could get down, he might not be lying, because it's really friggin' hard to play. It's beautiful, though. I love it. It's one of my favorite all-time violin pieces, besides, no, I don't know. There's some other stuff, but, like, it's another reasons why I like, I've learned that I've liked stuff from the Baroque period. Just because, that's when you get, like, the real violin, really good violin pieces. At least I feel that way, because I don't really like harpsichords, and which I know sounds weird, but like I don't like pieces that have a harpsichord in them. I prefer a mixture of piano and violin. I don't know what it is about harpsichords. Maybe it's just because it's too friggin' like frilly. I don't like it. It's not cool. Not kosher. I don't like it. Now, Batarian noses on the other side, on the other hand. I love Batarian noses. Those are fun to draw. God knows why, but they're just so much fun. It's because I think they look like bat noses. So cute. I hate that I can't hear the word solo without thinking immediately the most earwormy of Disney songs. I'm sorry, that's your problem. Hey, can you remember what the one song about the... No. I'm just not going to read that out loud. Hey, Batarian, smell this. Oh, yeah. Hey, Batarian, smell this. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to come up here. The other eye ridge. Because Batarians have 2 unique little babies. There we go. Okay, and the key to good, clean lines is to try and do it all in one movement. And try to make it like, kind of like a flourish, because if you like, hesitate, it comes out all shaky. And if you get it wrong, you can always, like, backtrack 1, which is really easy. It's just a quick button press. During everyone's day. No, I'm not singing that. No, I'm not singing the Tiki song. No, because, no. Yes, it is very pretty violin music. Thank you. Because I'm very partial to the violin. I think that's because I played it, or I learned to play in middle school. I actually ended up playing the violin more in high school, but I kept breaking my strings, and I didn't know how to restring it, and like I didn't know how to tune it myself because my violin teacher refused to teach us how to do that because she thought we would do it wrong. So she was like, no, I'm the only one that can tune it. So I just never learned how to tune my own violin, and I've kind of like self-taught myself how, but it's still not like the best. Like I still like I get it wrong a lot. And the last time I tried, I broke a string. So my violin just kind of sits in a corner, which makes me sad because I actually really do love playing the violin, unlike my clarinet, which I actually sold at a garage sale because I freaking hate the clarinet. I don't like playing it. There's like nothing I enjoy about it. I'm sorry. I really just don't. Like, I like hearing it played. I just really don't like playing it myself. It's like I can't focus on blowing in a thing and doing stuff with my hands all at the same time, and there's weird crap that you have to do with your mouth that I'm just not capable of. Or if I am, I'm just like, I don't want to. So I don't like the clarinet at all. I just don't like playing it. I like hearing it, but yeah, no. I mean, my favorite instrument to hear and play is the violin, and I think it's because the violin is very expressive. Don't get me wrong, I also love the piano. But I love the combination of the two together because, for me, and I think I actually wrote an essay about this in high school for extra credit, is, for me, the violin kind of sounds feminine, and, pianos always, or at least to me, kind of sound masculine, so I like the two together. I like how they play off one another. And that's just because I think, the violin has this, like, the violin has this kind of, like, soft, sweet tone to it at times. Like, it can be sharp and frightening, which, I mean, not to get sexist, but, I mean, women can be sharp and frightening. But, anyway, what was I saying? Right, but, like, but the piano has this, like, deeper, kind of, like, stronger tone. Like, it just has more of a harsh impact, I think, than the violin does. Like, the violin in my head just has, like, this soft, flowing thing. It is pretty violin music. How dare you want to be independent? I know, right? How dare I? Sympathy number 1, Corigliano. That's the one. What are you? A clarinet. Especially women with knives or long nails. Or sharp, long nails. Those hurt. I don't know. Like, the only time I actually used my nails to hurt someone was back when I used to, like, bite them down to the quick. And I actually made him bleed. And I feel bad about that. I mean, the guy was a jerk, but I feel bad about that. Because I never mean to actually, like, hurt people. He ticked me off and then he ran, the little jerk. It was middle school. I was less of a pacifist in middle school, more violent. I grew out of it. Everyone grows out of this stuff, you know. Like, I grew out of my love for anime. I mean, I still watch it from time to time. It's just like, I'm no longer as obsessed with it as I was in high school. Like, now my obsession is with, American comic books, and even then, I'm like, I don't have the money. I think I'm just gonna wait until I actually, get paid more. Yes, there we go. And I like how, Batarians on their head, they have this, like, little heart-looking thing. It's adorable. Yeah. And for me, it's like, butterflies that have false eye spots. That's what it, like, reminds me of. I think there's another piece by, Tartini on this, loop I've got going. There's also some pieces by Vanessa May that'll be showing up eventually if I hang out here for long enough with my music still going. So I've been watching a lot of Friends in the last couple of days because, like, I know I go through these periods of I want to watch a show that I've already watched before because I don't know, I miss it. So, like, I go back and I rewatch shows. Like, I've done it with Criminal Minds several times. Criminal Minds is, like, my favorite one to rewatch because I can forget what happened in the earlier seasons, and then I just want to rewatch, like, everything. And I like the characters, and, like, I'm a ghostwriter, so when I have to write villainous characters, it's helpful. You know, watching a show about psychopaths, that makes it easier for me to write about psychopaths. Wait, okay. Knife nails, Lady Deathstrike. God, no, please, no, that's the end of all males. Used to squeeze people's arms to make them bleed in middle school. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, you did let me. I think that was the point where I realized I couldn't make a relationship with you work, and we were just better as friends. That's when you let me do that. Eye spots. I never made that connection. I mean, I didn't until I had to draw them, and then I was like, it looks like an eye spot. Watch Sherlock. I hate Sherlock. Like, everyone's like, watch Sherlock, it's such a great show. And I watched the first episode, and I got so bored to death, I actually fell asleep. I can't watch Sherlock. I don't know what it is. And, like, I love all the actors in it. And I can tell it's fairly well written. It's just the pacing is boring. It's so boring. Like, any show about serial killers should, like, keep me awake because I like that subject, but it just put me just straight away to sleep. So I can't watch it. I really just can't. And I know, like, I get so much shit from people for it, but, like, I just can't watch it. I like Elementary better. I'm gonna be honest. I like Lucy Liu as Watson. She's fun. And funny. You know? And that's entertaining. And, like, I tried. I tried really hard. It was, like, I tried as hard with Sherlock as I did for, The Walking Dead. Because I really wanted to watch and like that show, and I just couldn't do it. Like, I actually made it a lot farther in The Walking Dead than I did with Sherlock. I got to, like, episode 5 or 6, I think. And then at that point, once they've killed off, like, 3 more people, I was like, and I can't do this anymore. I'm like, it's zombies and everyone's dying. And I don't know how this is gonna end, so I just can't watch it. Hey, White Varian. Sherlock is a bunch of shoddy writing of redoing the old stories made to be the slowest, tryingest. Look how great our hero is without proving us show there is from BBC. Thank you! Au contraire, you are read on my app. Jekyll! You know what? I loved Jekyll. That was such a good show. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of, like, period dramas. I think it's because my mom got me into, like, Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights, and I can't help watching them. It's like, my one weakness is watching period dramas with my mother. To be fair, I think it's also, like, I really just don't like Stephen Moffat as a writer. Like, I stopped watching Doctor Who when he got involved with it because I just hated what he did to the show. And, like, I think I only watched it for David Tennant up until the point where it's like, and I tried so hard because I did love that show. And I watched pretty much all of Matt Smith's run as the Doctor, but it was so obvious the difference, like, when Steve Moffat was writing episodes and when he wasn't. And it was just not good. Like, he tries so hard to make something good, but it's like the effort is just not, like, you can tell that there's effort in it. It's just not, how do I put this? It's like, you know someone worked really hard on something, and you know they think it's good, and other people think it's good, but you read it and you're like, eh. Like, it's got all the material to be good, but it's just not. I do kind of like it because it's weird. Wait. Okay, I'm missing stuff. Okay. It's better than Doctor Who. I mean, the later Doctor Who episodes maybe, but the early ones with, like, Christopher Eccleston and, like, the early episodes with Tennant, I'm gonna say no. Because 16:30. I mean, the worst thing a show can do is bore you. And Sherlock bored the hell out of me. And Doctor Who made me cry when it wasn't Moffat. Which is saying something, because it's very hard to make me cry. Like, honest to God, crying. I know it sounds like I cry, like, all the time, but it's actually fairly difficult. And I make really dark jokes sometimes at a show. Like, my friend took me to go see the Evil Dead remake, and I pretty much joked my whole way through it because it was so badly written. I'm so easily amused. I can enjoy anything. To the point I realized I was growing as a person when I watched something and didn't like it. If your argument for a show being good is that it's better than another show, that's not a proof of the show's merit. True. And it's David Moffat who's the problem. Yeah, Moffat has a problem similar to Grant Morrison's. However, as much as Morrison and Moffat both love to embrace their child, that's it. It's like, it's full of nostalgia, and I can only stand so much nostalgia. Morrison shows why Superman or Batman is awesome. He embraces the weirdness and shows characters that live in the weirdness. But Moffat just keeps telling people, see, it's awesome, and it's falling apart. Yeah. And Moffat fell into the same problem with Sherlock and Doctor Who. Look how great our main character is. I mean, yeah, that is basically it. It's a bunch of, like... It's a bunch of tell with no show. And when you have a visual medium like movies and TV, you kind of have to show. And more show and less tell. You know? I mean, you tell in books, you show in movies. Show us, damn it, stop telling us. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think that's why, the earlier adaptions of some stuff is really good. Like, oh hell. Like, I liked when, I got to watch Doctor Who for myself for the first time, because I liked Christopher Eccleston. I like how it was like, you had, because I'd never seen Doctor Who before until then, and and Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor. First of all, he's Scottish, which yes, but also you know, had this female character who may or may not have been a love interest, and you know, she called him out on shit when he was being a shit. And, you know, he had this kind of like, this arrogance and this, just this attitude about him. And I really liked that. And it was like, he acted like a big shot, but then he had like actions to back it up, you know? And I think it's like, I was thinking about like why a lot of like sitcoms nowadays aren't as good as like Friends was. Because I watch Friends and I still laugh my butt off. Like actual real laughing. It's not like that canned stuff. Which I do sometimes when my mom's watching a show and I have to watch it. Especially Modern Family reruns. I'm getting so tired of watching the same Modern Family episodes over and over and over and over and over again. Mom has a pattern. It's like every night. News, Jeopardy, and then Modern Family. And it's not even like no Modern Family episodes. I mean, we do watch those, but it's like, it's all the reruns. And I'm like, I've seen this episode 5 times now. I could literally quote it. I still like it, but I'm like, I could quote this freaking show. Can't we watch something else? And then if I say that, we go to HGTV. Which, that's not better. It's not better. Because I've seen a lot of those episodes over and over and over again. And, that's more boring for me because I don't care about escrow. Or, you know, real estate. Unless it's cool. Like Hearst Castle or something. But that's not what this is. It's like suburbanites fighting over, like, what friggin' shade of beige to paint their goddamn living room. That's not fun, it's just boring. Come back when you put your house on stilts and it revolves, because that's an actual house somewhere, and that is cool. Anyway. Morrison. Superman is awesome. I'm going to make him fight cool bad guys and help people. I watched Princess Mononoke recently, and it was extremely fascinating how different it was compared to modern American cinema. That's true. Moffat. The Doctor's great. Us. Okay, why? Moffat. Because he's the Doctor. Oh, Mononoke is great. You want a fun one? Watch The Little Mermaid versus Ponyo. That is fun. Very different versions of the same story. I mean, basically? Yeah. Yes, I found the main characters bland, but still in ways that I couldn't stop watching them. That is true. I mean, I think what I like about, Japanese storytelling is, like, the characters are a lot more subtle, so you have to figure out, like, their motivations for yourself instead of having their motivations just kind of laid out for you. Which, I mean, let's be honest, that is what American cinema does, especially recently. Like, we're very big on, like, dramatizing stuff now. And, because, like, when I go back and watch old cinema, it's very much this, like, subtle things that you have to really watch out for. Which I think I went over in my history of film class. So my teacher really liked old horror films versus new horror films. And he, like, wanted to point out how old horror films did this really slow build-up, a lot of them. Like, I mean, like, the old black and white stuff, like Psycho and Jaws. Well, that's not black and white, but it's older. Ooh, hi! Hi, Stabby! You're new. Well, for the art streams. Hello! The money people in those home shows have, I wanted 7 bathrooms, but my budget only allows for 6. Right? I found the opposite true for Princess Mononoke. In terms of only a slight exaggeration. In terms of motivation. That is true. It is only a slight, exaggeration. Because it really is, like, it's either, like, shows about millionaires who complain that they can't get everything they want out of a 7-bedroom house. Or it's, like, regular people and they're really boring options. It's like, nobody gets creative anymore. And, like, even, like, the regular people now still seem, like, rich to me because I'm like, I don't know anyone who does that and makes that much money and can afford a house like that. That may just be because I live in California and we have some of the highest real estate, like, prices in the US, but I mean, honestly. Like, I do like, Mom watches this renovation show. And I do like watching that one, but that's more because, like, it's a husband and wife team, and the husband's kind of a dork and basically, like, an overgrown puppy. Which is kind of, like, why I like watching it, because he just, like, every other 5 seconds, he's like, okay, let's race. Or, hey, look, I found a beehive. Or, like, wouldn't this be so awesome as he comes out with, like, some weird thing on his head? We want a barn in a rural neighborhood near the city with good public transportation. Yeah, that's HGTV. The boss lady, can't remember her name, was upfront about things she had done and all the secrets that she kept, but I is still always wondering what her motivation was. Fix her up or I love that show. Who wants me to eat this cockroach? I mean, yes! Chip. That's his name, Chip, right? I think that's his name, or is it Chet? I forget. Mom loves that show. That's like one of the few that I'll like enjoy watching with her, because the rest of them are just boring to me. Okay, so his name is Chip. I got it right. Awesome. All right, so oh, that's my mom. So I'm still working on this Batarian. His name is Rossus, which is spelled with a Y in front of it. And that's a quote from the show. It is. My dad watches that one a lot. And he got $50 for eating the cockroach. I want a house with a shower and a basement and enough room for me and my wife and 7 dogs in the middle of Chicago. Yes. Thank you, Robert. No, but see, like, the shows that I find entertaining are the ones who are like, look at this weird house in Japan. Or, like, look at this really fun house that somebody made, and, like, it's, like, based off palm fronds. Like, that kind of thing. That's cool to me, because that's, like, real interesting architecture. And, like, neat innovations and stuff. Like, smart houses. I love stuff where, like, stuff is hidden behind stuff. I love that. I like those kind of shows. But, Mom doesn't. She's like, those aren't realistic. Rude. Me as dream houses, and I'm like, okay, why don't you just ruin all my dreams then? Because, like, my dream house is basically Bag End from The Hobbit. I want a house built into a hill. With a really big round door. And it's not like I want, like, 7 bedrooms. I don't actually want that much, but I do want, like, a 3-level house built into a hill. And it would cost a shit ton of money. Like, honest to God, shit ton. Yes, thank you. You know who I'm talking about. That would be so much more interesting. There's way too many where it's the same modern white, light, gray, everything. Yeah, so we need to move to Arizona. I'm not moving to Arizona. I want to go somewhere with green. Arizona is not green. Arizona is the exact opposite of green. Arizona is brown. Earth ships. No, not that kind of... No, I know what you're talking about. I hate those houses. I don't mean those. I mean, like, Bag End, where it's built into a hill where there's, like, green coming off of it. And it's next to a lake. Or a pond. A small body of water. With a pantry. We have standards here, Alch. It's the type of house they build into a hill and cover in grass. Arizona's scary. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Exactly. I want to live next to water, because I've never lived next to water. Like, I want to live on a... Like, I don't want to live on a floodplain, but I do want to live, like, next to some kind of body of water. Because I like water. And I want to have a garden that's, like, tiered. So you have, like, a water feature running through it. Like a little stream. Like, neat irrigation. That's what I want. And I don't want to do the gardening. I want to have an actual gardener who does the gardening for me. Because I hate gardening. I don't like weeding. Weeding sucks ass. It's my least favorite chore. I end up breaking out in hives. It's not fun. It's not fun. My least favorite chore on earth. Although, my mom and I came to a compromise about the backyard, because we were weeding it for spring break, but, something happened. We, apparently were chosen by the snake gods, because, we had a mama snake, most likely a glossy snake, but, we're in debate over that. Wait, okay. Arizona is scary. Oh, the green would ruin the house, though. I visited my grandpa twice. The first time, a hive of killer bees took up residence in the garage. Oh dear, call a beekeeper. The second time, a huge tarantula decided to live near the front door. Yeah. Green would not ruin the house, Robert. I mean, if it was painted on the inside green, yes. Green is not a good color for walls. It's a good color for highlight, but not walls. I got off on a tangent. What was I talking about? Oh, right. The backyard and why we're not weeding it anymore. So what happened was a mama snake decided to lay eggs in the backyard, and they hatched, and there's a lot of them. And I found 5 by myself. That's after my mom found one. I'm pretty sure they're glossy snakes. Mom is on the fence. She thinks they might be baby rat snakes. We're not sure. But there's a lot of them. So I'm going with glossy snakes because they lay batches of 20 eggs. And rat snakes only lay about 7. And this is a lot of them. Like, this was a lot of baby snakes, you guys. And I don't think I found them all. Now, most people, this would be terrifying and then they wouldn't want to go into the backyard. Me, I love them. In fact, to get a better look at one of the baby snakes that I picked up with a glove, I turned it over so I could see its belly, and then it licked me on the nose. It was adorable. I love the little baby noodles. They're so cute. Anyway, so Mom and I have made the executive decision not to weed the backyard until the baby snakes have vacated the area. We're not sure how long that'll be, but we're hoping a couple of months. And hopefully they'll move off, find someplace else to roam. The good news is that if we have baby glossy snakes, that means that there's probably no rattlesnakes in the area, which would be good, because it would suck if our dog got bit. Okay. I zoned out, and now we're talking about snake gods. Yeah, they got someone in to take care of that, but we had to put off the golf cart ride for a while. Are we in Latin America now? Because I am so down for some feathered snake gods. I mean, the roots of plants will tear apart the walls. I support us on... Oh, okay. That is adorable. Yes, it is. Well, I mean, like... No, I don't want that, like, literally be on the side of the house. I want there to be, like, an, like, layer of dirt around... between the walls of the house and where the green is. You get me? Like, I don't want, like... I don't want it to be, like, green, small layer of dirt, house. I want it to be green, huge layer of dirt, then house. Because I think, like, I remember watching one of those, like neat architecture shows I was telling you guys about, that, had a house, like that. And I was like, yes, that is what I want. Someday. And with, like, a really cool indoor pool. And a tank with an octopus, because I want a pet octopus. I have always, well, not always, but I would like one. Because I like octopi. They're adorable. They hug people. And they're, like, super intelligent. And they don't have bones. And they're kind of, like, an escape artist. And I think that's cute. I like weird things. And I think weird things are cute. And I don't know why. She wants bag end elk. Just let her dream. Yes, please. Please just let me dream. I do want bag end. It is almost exactly what I want, except, like 3 floors. Top floor would be, like, my bedroom and, like, a study where I could get my writing done. And maybe, like, a guest bedroom or 2. Probably just 1. And then, like, below that would be, like, the entryway, the living room, the gaming room / recording room. Another guest bedroom with bathroom. And then a kitchen and dining room. And then downstairs, below that, would be the indoor pool and a workout room and, like, like a shower off of the gym. And maybe, like, another hangout space. Yeah, that'd be cool. And, like, the ground level would, like, go off into, like, a patio. And then it would slope, and then the garden would slope off down from there. And then there would be, like, the pond or the lake. Oh, okay. Bye, bye, Wyvern. Yes, it was always a pleasure. Bye. Okay, thank you for stopping by. I always love it when people I know on Tumblr stop by, because they know the characters I'm drawing what I'm talking about. So I think we're off of the Devil's Trill Sonata now. I think this is another one of Tartini's works, which is in the same vein, just not the Devil's Trill. Cleaning my lungs. Okay. Nope. There we go. No. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so I've been rewatching Friends, and I mean, the more I watch it, the more I'm like, I really am the Monica of the group, because like she cleans for fun, and I just realized that I've run out of things in my room to organize. Like, I kept thinking, oh, I have like that drawer, and then I realized, oh no, I cleaned out and organized that drawer. So now the only thing I can do to like clean out my room more is to actually add stuff to it, because I still have like my comic books left in the room I used to be in, because I moved rooms in the house, and the room I used to be in, that's where my old bed is, which is just twinned with a drawer underneath, and in that drawer is all my comic books and manga. Well, most of my manga. I moved like a small collection of my yaoi out of there recently, and now it's in the top drawer of my desk because reference. Looks around my terribly disorganized space. Yes, which is why you're gonna pay me to come over there and organize it for you. Which I'm actually excited about now, and not afraid of, because I've run out of projects in my own room, Alch. I have no more projects left. Which means your room is next. That's right, be afraid. I'm on a Monica binge. Yeah, I like cooking, and I like cleaning. Well, organizing. No, I like the cleaning part too sometimes. Like, I don't like the hard labor cleaning, like when I gotta move shit, but I mean, cleaning itself can be cathartic. It's one of my, like, more, like, it's a chore I don't mind doing. If we didn't have a house cleaner, I would be doing the cleaning. And when she's not here and we gotta, like, prep for a party, because my mom's one of those people who's like, no one can know we've actually lived in the house. When they come over for a party, it must be spotless. No one can know we actually live here. Like, it's my job to vacuum the couches and fluff the cushions, because, yeah, we are those people. We do vacuum our couches, man. Yes. Well, I can't come over tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going, Mom and I are taking my grandma out for lunch slash brunch slash dinner, I guess. I don't know. Depends on what time we get there. And then what time we actually go out to eat. Because with Grandma, you never know. Sometimes we show up and she's in bed. Because she forgets and she likes to sleep in and stay up late, which I think is where I get it from. And also she's kind of got dementia, which is sad. But, I mean, she's 92 now? I think 92? Or is it 91? It's one of those. She's up there. So, like, okay, this is not really to be expected, but, I mean, she's older, so I guess it makes sense. I don't know, it's just kind of sad, because, like, my grandma Lola is the only grandma I got left, because, my mom's mom died when I was 8. She had a stroke from complications to smoking. She got a blood clot. That's why. If you're gonna smoke, guys, you should know the consequences. I mean, if you want to smoke, that's fine. Just, you know that shit can happen later in life. Because she smoked, like, pretty much her entire life. And my grandpa, well, he did smoke his entire life. And that's actually another one of the reasons why he died. Because, like, my grandpa was, like, whip smart and everything, like, right up till the end. And kind of a jerk, but, like, in a fun way. He used to, because my grandpa had a boat, and for the longest time we'd go out and put out some crab pots, and not crock pots, crab pots, which are these like cages where you put bait in them, like chicken. We always use like chicken, because Grandpa said that's what crabs like, and you put the chicken in, and then you drop off the crab pots, and then like a few days to a week later, you come back and you pull up the pot, which is really just a cage, and if you're lucky, there will be crabs in it, and if you're not lucky, there will be a sea star. Or like a sun star, those giant evil sons of bitches. You just suck up the bait and the crabs and leave nothing left. But so we'd get the crabs, and then we'd go back, and Grandpa would cook them, and he had this huge pot, which I actually cooked soup in on St. Patty's Day. That's the crab pot. The cooking crab pot, not the one we dropped in the ocean. Anyway, so Grandpa would he'd set that over a flame, and he'd call me over, and he'd be like, "Megan, you wanna see this?" And I'm like, "You're just gonna tell me that crabs are screaming again?" He's like, "You wanna see the crabs go in? They're gonna scream." And I'm like, "Grandpa, crabs don't scream. They're not capable of that." And then he would actually imitate a crab screaming as he put it into the pot every single time, and it was great because he actually tricked my aunt, who's not his kid, who was actually the wife of my dad's brother. She was actually convinced that crabs do scream when they go into the pot, and I was like, "No, that was Grandpa. You like imitated the sound." She's like, "Really? But I could have sworn." And it's like, no, crabs don't actually do that. Like, they're not capable of that. They don't scream when they go into the pot. That's just Grandpa being a jerk. And Grandpa, he was a part of the yacht club because when he still had the boat, and even when he didn't have it anymore, that was still like the center of like the old people community. So he would go down there and to hang out with his buddies. And one year for Christmas, we got him this little remote helicopter because I thought it would be fun. And he had a good time with it. And then like it became a competition. Everyone kept getting these bigger and bigger and like more expensive models to play around with. My grandpa was a trendsetter. Yeah.
Rex, leave the cat alone! Why would you do that?
I'm sorry, my dog just chased my cat up in here and then got on my bed! Oh, jerk. Not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to do that in the least. And now my cat is on my bed, which is great. Because like we both have these, like my mom and I have these two short-haired animals, and we kept thinking, oh, this is great. I mean, it's gonna mean less hair. But no, they shed more than any other pets we've ever had, ever. The two of them combined just shed everywhere and all the time. Just constant shedding. Like, Rex loses his downy undercoat 2 times out of the year, just like clumps of fur will just be everywhere. And Daphne just sheds all the time. Constantly. Get off of there! Stop messing with my mask! Get off of there! I got that from Mom. Brought that back from Italy. Get off of there! Yeah, she's such a pill today. Last night she got on the stove again. And she keeps going after the butter. I don't know why. That and the dog's food. She likes eating the dog's food for God knows what reason. And she still won't put on any weight. She's like the most friggin' anorexic cat I've ever owned. I've never owned a cat that just could not put on weight. I've had cats that we've had to put on a diet. But never a cat that I'm like, put on weight, damn you. Eat! Eat food! And hold it down! Stop vomiting everywhere. Just eat your food. You can't give her treats because she just vomits those right back up. She's such a little... Alright. Okay, so... Where does it end? Maybe that's where it ends. There. So I'm using a little bit of a cheat, because I'm basing the apron design off of an actual apron that has this like.
It's 17 hours.
Yes, thank you, computer. This friend going around. So, I'm basically using a cheat because I have this brush that put in this for me. So what's gonna happen is after I'm done, I'm gonna take this and put it up here. So, yeah, or like that basically, which means I have to go in and like erase where both it and wherever it's gonna like wherever there are lines. So, like, I'll have to erase this bit here in a second, just so that it's not, just so it looks like it's a part of the actual drawing that I've done, or more like it's a part of the drawing that I've done. It doesn't stand out so much, you know, and it looks better. That's always the part of any drawing, you gotta make it look, you know, decent. Oh crap, did I do that on the wrong? Let's hope I didn't do that on the wrong layer. That would suck. Here we go. Oh, that's better, actually. Okay, and then, let's see, that comes around right there. So what we're gonna do is, very carefully, and it's not interfering with the lines of the frilly part. We're just gonna erase until the frilly part is the only part that's left. Just like that. That way, it looks like a natural part of the artwork. I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna erase this very carefully, just like that. Then we go in, fix the line, very carefully. Okay. That way, it doesn't look out of place. And then I'm gonna go in and erase that part, but not right this second. Right now, what we're doing is erasing the part up here. The reason I'm listening to classical music is so it doesn't interfere too much with what I'm saying. So that if, because I know people can get a little overstimulated with art streams when there's too much going on. And that's gonna look awkward, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down here to my tools, grab this, and whoop, nope. There we go. Nope, wrong layer. That'd be on the right layer. There we go. So now that I've done that, we're gonna go in and I'm gonna erase where this is gonna interfere with the drawing above. So I'm gonna go in and And this is a lot easier because the lines are kind of like a guide. So I can just and I don't need that anymore. So we're gonna delete that. That makes my life easier. So we just go erase, erase, erase. And this way it doesn't look like it's on top of it. It looks like it's a part of it. You know, the apron is where the line work. And then I will combine the layers and go back and like, I gotta simplify this one, but yeah, anyway. No one's saying anything in the chat. Did you all leave me? Am I alone? This works both ways, guys. You can't just sit here talking about nothing the whole time. I know that gets boring. But you gotta engage with me. Otherwise, that's what all I'll be doing. I might take a break here in a minute. I'm okay. Okay, good. I might take a break here in a second so I can go to the bathroom. And all that and all that jazz. And then I'll come back. Maybe I can make a few calls, see if I can't get more people invested in watching the stream. And then we'll come back to it. Oh, I forgot to add the bows. Okay, we'll do that when I come back. Shave that. And then come down here. And doop. And okay, so I will be back in a minute. Hopefully Rob will put on a commercial for you guys. If not, here, enjoy this artwork. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and we've come back to Vanessa May playing a remix of Bach's Street Interlude. So Bach, yay Bach. All right, so we're gonna get back to the artwork, and I'm gonna show you guys how I add details to a mostly finished line art without totally ruining the line art, because I've made this mistake before, where I forget to add details in the basic sketch, and then I go over, and by the time I've done the light art, I realize, oh shit, I don't have enough details. So, we're gonna add some details. Alright, where's Screaming Death? Here we go. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna add some detail to the shirt, and I'm gonna add a bow in the back, and then up here, so you can tell that the apron is tied. I might actually add in more of this down here. In fact, I'm going to do that now. And so that's the edge of the apron. Nope. I think something else that I've noticed about Friends, well, I haven't come over. I haven't been able to. I'm sorry. Okay, so something that I've noticed about Friends, the TV show, is that I just really don't like Ross as a character. I think he's kind of a jerk. But, I was watching the episodes after he gets married to Emily, so when he accidentally says Rachel's name instead at his wedding. And, I mean, he says almost immediately that it was a mistake. And that it meant nothing. And then, like, Emily goes to these, like, extreme cases of, well, then, you know, I can't, like, be with you even though you're my husband unless, you do all these things. And, like, one of them is you can't see Rachel anymore, which, okay, that one might have been understandable. Ross did kind of say her name, they did have a history, that's his ex-girlfriend, whatever. But the part that, like, gets me is, like, then she's like, oh, also move across town and sell all of your stuff. And it's like, that's getting into some abusive behavior there. That's not okay. Like, the other stuff, maybe not see Rachel anymore. I mean, that's the ex-girlfriend. You did kind of say her name, and then you did get on a plane with her to go on our honeymoon together. But, like, the reaction after the wedding seemed like, yeah, the frill is a brush. I'm sorry, I didn't make that obvious. Yeah, it's a brush. I kind of love that brush. It makes me so easy because I hate drawing this stuff because it's just so difficult to draw. And if I have a tool that does it for me, I'm like, yay! That and lace. I have a lace tool, and it's my favorite. I will actually be using it in this drawing because I like putting lacy things on big burly men. Why? I don't know. I just do. Anyway, but I don't know. I just thought that, like, her, like, reaction to how the whole thing was kind of, like, over the top and kind of, like, way too much, I guess. It's just, like, well, I mean, they did get married, like, way too soon. Like, I don't know. It was, like, mistakes made all around. But it's just, like, from a writer's standpoint, I'm like, I can tell that they just did this specifically to add drama, and my brain is like, this is not a good way to just add drama. Because it just makes it seem like all women are that unaccommodating and, like, that controlling and that jealous, and I'm like, that's not true, though? Like, if I was getting married to someone and they accidentally said someone else's name, I would not automatically think, oh, they must still be in love with them, or like, oh, like they're cheating on me with them. My brain would go, ha ha ha, you said someone else's name, that's a fuck up. I mean, because people make mistakes. Particularly when you're nervous, and it's a very important, like, huge ceremony/day. Which is why, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want a huge wedding. Like, if I ever get married, don't want a huge wedding. Just want something somewhere misty and green and intimate with, like, my few friends and family that I care about. Like, that's who I want there. I don't want, like, a huge group of friggin' people, you know? Like, just, like, close family, not, like, extended family. Not, like, every friend and acquaintance I've ever had. Just, like, my close friends, like Rob and Mikella and V and Yvonne. And maybe my non-gender binary Pathfinder group. Which, Jesus Christ, that Pathfinder group! Oh my god, I thought I was bad as a player. I'm nowhere near as bad as these people. Like, oh god. They probably, yeah, fucking nervous and shit. And Elvis, you gotta have Elvis at the wedding. I'm not having Elvis at my wedding. No, no. What is your obsession with Elvis? This is why we can't be together, Robert. Good luck, Mikella. I'm just saying that. Good luck. Explain. Also, you're rarely bad as a teacher. Wait. Not teacher. Yeah, player. That's true. I do tend to, like, that, then again, like, I think I have the habit of when I'm in a party with you, because, like, when I play with you, I tend to be, like, the support character, because you pull in, like, either a lot of new players, or, like, a lot of players who just want to mess around, and I'm like, I want to mess around, but I also want to get stuff done. So, I tend to be, like, the support players, but, like, if I can, I like to be the little shit stirrer in the party. Because, like, that one period of time when we weren't really talking and weren't hanging out and any stuff, like, when we were dating Robert, or dating, Robin, and then, like, afterwards when we were dating Danny and we were up in Washington, and I had a different Pathfinder group and a different DM. Everyone else was playing, like, the support characters who actually did stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't have to be that person! So I decided to be the shit stirrer. I mean, I was still a druid, which means, like, I was still doing, like, you know, supportive roles, but, I mean, I could actually do more of the fun stuff, which is how I ended up killing one of the other players in the party. Like, on purpose. Not by accident, because I've done that before. This was on purpose. Like, my character actively did plot the demise of another character. Just because. Well, it wasn't just because. It was actually very in character for the person I was playing, but... yeah. Oh, it was great. I mean, from his point of view, probably not so much, but for me it was great. I had fun. Alright, so... okay, best way to draw bows is I actually learned how to draw bows mainly from looking at Sailor Moon. I really like the way that the bows in Sailor Moon are drawn. And to be fair, like, it is some of the best way to draw a bow. And if you, like, the best way to make a really good sketch even better is always to add more movement or more dimension to it. Like, for instance, instead of just drawing the bow, like, going out straight, you can draw it curling a little bit, like that. Oh, okay, so this is the Devil Trill Sonata as played by Vanessa Mae in double time, which is just ridiculous. I might actually turn this up a little bit. Might not be this great. Vlog skip tell me is run by a person named Wu. Oh, okay. Skip to my Lou. God damn it, Robert. Alright. And this is actually how I ended up falling in love with this piece, is I found a music video of Vanessa Mae playing this online. And I was just so blown away by it, because I knew the, like, story about the piece, but I'd never actually heard it before, and then I looked it up, and this was, like, the first result I got. And I was so impressed by it that I kind of, lost my shit. And I must have listened to it, like, over and over and over again before I finally just decided to buy it off iTunes. I just started listening to it now. And the cool thing about the Devil's Trill Sonata is, like, it's played when it's played right, it sounds like you have two violins playing at the same time, and really it's one violinist playing two strings at once. The stream is way behind the chat on my end for some reason. I'm sorry. That sucks. I think we call that lag. So it's lagging on your end. I'm very sorry. That sucks. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna make this a little more, at least what I'm gonna do is, I hate to make this later. Don't like it. So I'm gonna make it more curvy, like that, and then... Alright, so we're back to the regular Devil's Trill Sonata. And, yeah, there's some parts that sound like it's played by two, or sometimes if you got actually two violinists playing it, and it sounds like 4 or 5 people are playing the same song, when really it's just one person. And I think that's why I love the piece so much, is because it is just so technically difficult, and it sounds so beautiful, and it's got kind of this sad turn to it that you wouldn't expect in a song that is rumored to have been written by the devil. And that's my Satanist streak, I guess. I like music where it's rumored the devil is to have written it, I guess. Or like someone sold their soul to play it, you know, I like that kind of thing. Comcast does this a lot lately. Comcast sucks. And you know, a lot of internet providers suck. And then we're just gonna, just like that. So it's a little more rounded because things look, I don't know, more cushy when they're rounded. Creates more of a softer feel. For obvious reasons, because when things are round, they're not sharp and pointy. Which, I think it's obvious, but when you're drawing, it's like less obvious, I guess. Anyway, let's see how that looks. Better! That looks like an actual friggin' bow. I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Because this is so big and this is small, so I gotta make this bigger. And thicker lines make it look more cartoony. Well, don't ask me how I figured that out either. I don't know, trial and error and practice and reading tons of material all on my own. Yeah. And that's how I figured out how to art. Is through a mixture of education and reading books on my own and a lot of other friggin' things on my own. Oh, I'm self-taught in a lot of subjects. Like, well, like, reading, I guess, one, and then, also, like mythology. I know so much about mythology just because, like, my mom got me this book as a kid, and I loved it so much that, I ended up, oh god, I read it, like, all the time. It was, like, my favorite book growing up. It was this book on mythology, and I read it so much that when I took, my first English class in high school, one of the first things we went over was mythology in the English class, and I corrected the English teacher, which she did not like, because she was, like, following this one book that was really out of date and just not correct and didn't have as much information as what I knew because I read a lot of stuff on mythology by that point. Because, I don't know, I get on a subject and then I get kind of obsessed. And she got really mad at me. Whereas senior year, when I was even more obsessed with Greek mythology and knew even more about it, when I was going over it in my humanities class, my humanities teacher, like, asked about the subject, and I went off on, like, a huge, long tangent, and he was like, how about you teach on this subject, and just literally just handed it over. Like, here, just, look, you come in and tell them about the Trojan War. I'm like, yay, I would love to! And so I did. But, you know, I love my humanities teacher. He was a great guy. I think he's retired now, which, I mean, he took forever to retire, because he loved his job so much. And I feel bad, because he, like, I think he broke down at the end there, which is sad, because he was a cool guy. You know? Like, you have these teachers, and, like, they try so hard, and, like, you get, because, alright, this might be biased, because, like, both of my parents are teachers, and so, like, and I just knew teachers and was kind of, like, friendly with them my whole life growing up. Obviously, all my mom's friends are teachers. I mean, I just ended up, like, seeing things from their perspective a lot, and, like, being in high school for me was weird, because, I mean, it was the place where my mom and my dad met, like, and I don't mean that they went there as kids, I mean, like, my mom showed up as a new teacher, my dad had already been teaching there for 3 years, and my dad was kind of a jerk to her. And then on their first date, my mom had to go to the emergency room because she got sick.
It's 17:30.
With like a really high fever. Great romance story, right? But so like when I went to high school, like I knew half of the teachers personally, and not that made them go easy on me. If anything, it made them really harder on me, which didn't matter because I was pretty studious. I mean, except for the math teachers, but I hate math. But like you'd get like I'd get in these high school classes, and like I'm always respectful for teachers because I know them as people. But you have these other kids that are just, like, assholes and, like, just seriously do not care. And basically screw around or talk over the teacher or just are idiots. And, like, you feel for the teachers because there's not a whole lot they can do to curb that behavior on their own. And, like, there used to be a lot more, like, responsibility placed on the students, especially, like, early on in my generation, but then by the end of it, like, by the time we were in high school, it was like, it was no longer our responsibility. It was now the teacher's responsibility. So we were in the bush years. But, you know, so it's like you could see these students, and I always use this one example, because, like, I remember at the time just being like, fucking really? Really? How did you expect this to go other than awful? Like, like, really? You're gonna be that person? It was this girl who just would not ever shut up in class. And I'm like, I'm actually trying to learn. This is my favorite class. Could you please be quiet? And, she would talk, like, incessantly while we were taking tests. Like, I'm trying to get my test done. And she's talking loud. And I think I remember the teacher, like, telling her, you know, some people are trying to take their test. Do you mind being quiet? And she's like, do you remember, Mr. Miller, when you said I was annoying? And he's like, yes. Yes, I do. And she's like, aren't you glad you changed your mind? I'm like, you're either just an asshole or you are just a giant idiot. You need to shut up. Like, yeah. My thing was parapsychology, but that was not a real science. The teacher didn't like me doing my report on it. Oops. Parapsychology. I have a parapsychologist class in Pathfinder. That's all I know about it. Parapsychology is pretty cool. Like, I like a lot of stuff about different kinds of psychology, so I find it entertaining. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't go into writing, I probably would have gone into cultural anthropology, basically, so that eventually I could teach it. Like, on a college level, because I can't stand teenagers or small children. I have problems. Like, one-on-one for small periods of time is fine, but in large groups I get edgy and itchy, and I tend to want to, like, I don't know, throw things. Or swear, which I'm told you're not allowed to do around small children. Apparently that's frowned upon. It's weird because it's actually more about finding scientific explanations, but apparently the teachers thought it meant crackpot who wants to prove ghosts are real. No, that was me, and actually still is. I kind of do want to prove ghosts are real, but, like, I'm one of those people who wants to do it with actual scientific proof, so, like, with meters and stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we got a bow in the back for this part, and a bow in the back for this part. So now that we've got the line art down, because it is down, we're gonna go ahead and I am gonna color this. Yeah, after I've added a few more details. So we're gonna go in here, and I'm just gonna put some light lines to create a little more definition. I always feel like Batarians have that weird flowing kind of texture going on with their musculature, which I like. I'm not even sure quite why I like it so much. I just do. When in doubt, add little texture lines. Which have to be very light when you do a very light touch. Otherwise it comes out looking too strong or looking line to something. And you have to know like the right amount to do. No. I'm also going to correct a few mistakes here. And this is the final process for line art with me. Is going in and cleaning up like where a line may have gone over too much or that kind of thing, and adding in very small fine detail work like this. Yeah, and in the background that's the Devil's Trill Sonata again, which, yeah, this is the part where it always sounds like there's two people playing and it's just one violin playing on two strings at the same time, which always sounds just, ugh, so amazing. I could go on forever about the Devil's Trill Sonata just because I love it so much, and it is just such a difficult song to play. Because anything where you have to do two strings at once, playing two different freaking notes, is the hardest goddamn thing. Because that means you have to have all four of your fingers going in like three different directions. But at least I don't have to make my mouth do weird things like I did with the clarinet. I can never figure out how to do that. Like, everyone's like, you gotta do this with your tongue and blow at the same time as using your fingers. I'm like, that is too many things to do at the same time. I'm not that good of a multitasker. Like, can't I just do the one thing? Can I just blow and, like, do the notes? The violin is just using both hands at the same time, which I'm kind of ambidextrous, so I can do that just fine. But, like, the clarinet is, like, 5 different things, and I don't have good, like, control over my tongue. I guess. I don't know. Like... I can't roll my R's. Basically, like fine motor control with my mouth. People can do stuff with their tongue. I mean, I can roll it, but... Oh, cryptozoology! I'm open-minded on it. Maybe there are ghosts and stuff, maybe not, but science is a tool to learn about things and figure stuff out one way or the other. Cryptozoology is also interesting. I like cryptozoology, because you know what used to be a cryptid? Komodo dragons. We proved those are real. It's the same with, like, Tasmanian tigers. It's like, we used to think those weren't real, and it turns out, yes, they were. So, I think I like cryptozoology because it's like, people think you're, like, totally screwing with them, but really it's like, I mean, honestly, no. Like, this thing could actually be a real thing. You never know, because nature's weird like that. Because there's, like, some things that we thought were extinct for thousands and even millions of years that we have then later found living. Like, especially in the depths of the ocean. Because it's really unexplored. Like, what is it? There's that huge freaking monolithic fish that's, like, been around for billions of years that we found living off the coast of Africa. Because it somehow magically survived forever. I love science. Like, weird science that people are like, that's not science. Like, yes, it is, though! Just because it's not your science doesn't mean it's not science. Kind of like in the same vein as Phoebe in that case, in that sense. I think that's why I just don't like Ross. He's so freaking arrogant. Like, this is exactly the way things are. It's like, eh. Like, not entirely. I do like how my computer makes trillion sounds when I do something wrong, though. It's like a treble! Which was one of my favorite original episodes of Star Trek. Freaking hilarious. I think Baterian's like some of the characters you can add like more definition lines to, just because they're so textured. The more you add, the more it actually looks like a Batarian. It may just be me though. And the way I draw them. Okay, what did I miss? So no one see what they teach us about parapsychology as a lesser science or non-science. Sorry I'm quiet right now. Watching a redhead give a bad name to redheads everywhere. Oh no. I think there were even people who tried to call shit on the platypi at 1.2. They did! They did! They thought it was like some weird animal that was cobbled together via like taxonomy until someone brought one in alive. French once tried to say moose didn't exist. That is also true! Like, for real, there's a lot of things that are like, that's not real. That's not a real animal. And then it comes out, yes it is. Like a maned wolf. If I told you that there was an animal out there that looked like a fox on stilts and made a sound that is a mixture between a bark and a roar, and was red on top and black underneath and ate things mostly by swallowing them whole, you would think I was crazy. But that is actually a thing that exists, and I love them so much. They really are like a fox on stilts. And their main vocalization is a roar bark, and it really, like, that is, like, clearly the actual description is, like, great, because it sounds like a roar that is also a bark. Oh. And I like drawing them, just because they're so weird, and, like, the, like, dimensions on them are crazy. Like, in a cool way, you know? And I don't have to cook dinner tonight because Mom's having leftover fish stew that I made yesterday, and I'm not eating that because I don't like fish. Well, cooked fish. I like sushi. Sushi's delicious. Okay, did you know in Alaska it is illegal to drop a moose out of a plane? Well, I mean, that just makes me ask who did it so that they had to actually make that a law. Woo, go Middle Eastern dude shutting up the... Okay, I don't know what you're watching, Rob. The fact there is a law for this probably means someone attempted to do this, and I'm concerned. I am also concerned. I mean, why would you drop a moose out of a freaking plane? That's just, like, asking for, I mean, science? But what kind of science is that? That's weird. A woman at a poke bowl place was yelling at a dude for kissing his girlfriend in line. Oh, okay, that's weird. He kissed her on the forehead, and she started yelling that girlfriend was a prostitute, and they were having sex in line, making a scene. And when they almost got her to leave, started being racist to some Middle Eastern. Okay, that sounds like a woman who's having a mental breakdown. Someone tried to kill a moose via fall damage. Why did I find that so funny? Might be a little hyped up on caffeine. Just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Okay. 20d6 to moose. And that's what I'm assuming anyway. Oddly specific laws always make me feel like someone had to have done the thing. Well, I mean, that's like in Louisiana where it's illegal to drink blood, and you're like, how many people had to actually drink blood before they had to make that a law? Like, who is drinking blood in freaking Louisiana? And not like in human blood, mind you. It's specifically human blood. Not like... Apparently animal blood is still fine. Why can't a dwarf make a sandwich in the town square? The old short stack rides of 1876. Well, I mean, that's also like, why can't we reuse whiskey barrels? Every other country on Earth, totally fine to reuse whiskey barrels. But here in America, we can only use them once. It has to be first time use and first time use only. Why? Because in Prohibition, we were like, yeah, let's not get whiskey back to where it was. Like, we'll limit whiskey, like, if we have to limit how many barrels they can use, we'll limit the whiskey production. And it worked at the time, but then we never got rid of the law, and it's still around, and so now you have this, like, really immature American bourbon that just doesn't have, like, the variety of flavor that you can get out of, like, Irish whiskey or Scotch. Because they can put it in port casks and create, like, chocolatey flavors, and we can't do that. All we get is maple and wood flavors. Which is why bourbon is considered to be immature by whiskey standards. Anyway, we have to send them to Mexico to make tequila. That's true, we do send them to Mexico, and then, you know, that's why tequila gets, you know, some whiskey flavor to it. We also send them to Scotland and in Ireland, and I know that because when I toured some distilleries in Ireland and Scotland, they actually were like, yeah, this one was in a bourbon cask, and I'm like, damn it. So we sent our barrels here. And, like, the bourbon cask, Scotch and whiskey always has, like, a spicier flavor to it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. We could have better tasting whiskey if we would just, you know, reuse the barrels. But no! Those friggin' those friggin' people from, like, the 18th and 19th century had to be like, no whiskey for you. Screw the whiskey industry. Forever. And then we just haven't updated the laws. Because then our whiskey wouldn't be unique anymore. Fuck you, it doesn't taste as good. That's not unique. That's just bad. Not to say that all bourbon is bad, because I've had really good bourbon. It's just like, it's just not the same. Irish whiskey tastes so good. And there's some Scotch that, damn. I still have dreams about that Oh, because they don't export it. There's this, okay, so there's this really small, well, it's not really small, but it's a small distillery in Ballater, Scotland, called Royal Lochnagar, that got the royal seal of approval from Queen Victoria. And they had, when I was there, when I was 23, they had a 23-year-old scotch, so it was as old as I was, and it smelled like vanilla and chocolate, like vanilla toffees. It smelled like vanilla toffees with like caramel. I really, 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 really wanted to try that whiskey. Did I get a chance to? No, and it was too expensive and in bottles too large to bring back home, and they do not export. So I have to just, you know, dream of a day where I make so much money that I can afford to buy that freaking 27-year-old now scotch. And scotch is not like wine. Like, it gets more expensive with age, and then also, it doesn't taste as good. The taste changes. Damn it. Very passionate about this scotch, you guys. It just smelled so good. I have dreamed about that scotch. Wonderful, horrible dreams where I actually got to drink it. I realize my hand has been right next to the mic, and I apologize for that. I will keep my hand away from the mic. I apologize. I think I brushed up against it too. I am sorry. I keep forgetting it's on the side of the computer. I keep thinking it's just the computer. Oh wait, no, that's where the mic is. Shit. I'm recording this directly off of my laptop because I don't have any other computers in the house that I could do that off of. I mean, I have a really old desktop, but it's a really old desktop, and it's just not built for this thing, for this kind of stuff. So, laptop it is. Alright, I think I'm done with the texture. So we've got all of our little detail lines in the texture, which has added some definition to our drawing. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Yeah. And then. Yeah, no. There we go. So you can add a little more life to a drawing by adding just a little hint of definition or life to it. Oh my god, your practices of the drums on weekends active again. There's somebody in our in the cul-de-sac in my neighborhood that likes to practice the drums on weekends, and like, I'd be annoyed, but he only does it when people are awake, so I can't really be mad, but it's so loud, and sometimes I'm listening to music and I can still hear the drumming. I'm just like, Why? Alright, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm done. So that's how you get a basic, and that's how you get the basic line art done, you guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine these layers. And we're going to go down here, and a new layer, and then this is where we will put our colors. So now I'm going to show you how I pick, well, I'm going to show you how I'm going to pick colors specifically for this drawing. Okay, gonna have to take off. Friend can talk now, and we're supposed to go a dungeon in and wow. Oh, have fun! Later! Alright, so now I'm gonna pick out a palette. And I don't do this for, like, every drawing. I mean, sometimes I'm just, like, I'll just pick a color from a picture or an actual painting, or, like, I'll just get up as I go along. Or, I don't know, I'll just, like, you know. Oh, crap. Cancel. I don't want to do that. I just want to make it smaller. So I can actually see the colors that I used last time I drew this guy. Because it's been on freaking ever since I've done it. Nope. Don't want to move that. I want to move this. Okay, so Lighter on the sides. Kind of dark, but still pretty light. Got it. All right. Yes, now delete. And then file, import, image. Ow. Why does that hurt so much? There we go. Artwork. And then reference. And then the... Oh yeah, we can use that one. Okay. I don't know, I just like these palettes because they help me, like, pick colors. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna come over here, go to this layer, and I'm gonna whoop. Okay. And then we're gonna pick a slightly, or well, not slightly, we're gonna pick a lighter color. It would be the skin. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go over here and do this one. Boop. Maybe too late. Maybe I will go with that other one. Nope, not that. There we go. Yeah, okay. It's a little more orange than I'd like. Oh, wait, no. I know. Again. And then we'll go to my color wheel. And what we'll do is... Whoop. Yeah, there we go. That's good. I like that one. Okay. So then we're going to erase what I just did. And put down this. Yay. Okay. And... Nope. Don't do that to me. What are you doing? No. Come back. Uh-oh. Why did my phone die? Why did my phone die? That's... What's going on? Why you do thing, phone? Why you do thing? I need to monitor the chat. I need to see what people are saying. Oh shit, it is downloading software. That's not good for me. Shit. So this is gonna be interesting because I can't actually see what you guys are saying anymore. Uh-oh. So I'm just gonna assume you're not saying anything bad about me. This might actually take a while. Okay. So I'm just gonna hurry up and finish here. Some pink. Yeah, that one. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Here. Yeah. For this color palette. Wait, oh, right. I'm just not on the right layer. That's all it was. Okay, for the apron. Okay, I think that's all for the palette. Unless I want to do... No, yeah, I do want to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is...
It's 18 hours.
Yes, thank you, computer. Now, it looks like this is blending in, but that's just because the background I have it on right now is super gray. It is like a off-white gray, so that I could, see white when I actually use it. And then I'm going to need basically a black, but not an actual black. And yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then I will have my color palette done. Alright, so those were the colors that I will end up using. I think I might call it here for the day. I think I've been on here for quite a while. I might come back with another one later tonight. Who knows? Alright, thanks for being around, you guys. This has been fun. Come back later to see more art. Maybe I'll finish this one. Maybe I'll work on another one. Who knows? I could go crazy. Alright, thanks for being around. This has been fun. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel or here on Twitch. And join us on Discord. I'm not sure where the links for that would be on Twitch, but I'm sure if you ask Rob, he'd be happy to give it to you. I do have a webcomic, but I haven't updated it in forever. Mostly because I've been so busy doing art for the channel and commissions and stuff, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to work on it again in the future. I've got some plans for it, but I'm thinking right now I might turn it into just a base art blog until I manage to get to a place where I'm not doing quite as much art for other people and I can actually do my own stuff again. That might take a while. So thanks for coming around. Thanks for watching. This has been fun. I will see you guys later to put more art in your face next time. Alright, bye guys!